Are you leaving significant untapped potential on the table? Research consistently shows that companies with strong female leadership outperform their competitors. However, many organizations and many women entrepreneurs as well struggle to invest in their own leadership development and to cultivate and retain top leadership. So today we're going to investigate a little bit in why it's not just a moral imperative, but a strategic advantage as an entrepreneur or a corporate leader that you can't afford to ignore. So welcome back to the Women's Visionary Leadership Masterclass. We have Women's Leadership Month, Women's History Month this month, and we are talking about investing in women to accelerate change. That's the theme that the UN has chosen for this year's Women's History Month. So we're not talking about doing something on a global scale, although if you are ready to do something on a global scale, go for it. We're talking about things that you can do in your own sphere of influence. I'm Julie Elstrup. I'm a women's leadership coach. I built my business to the top 1% in less than 3 years. I've got corporate experience, entrepreneurial experience, as well as leadership experience. And I share proven practices and success strategies so you can move to the top 1% faster with less stress and struggle. So we're about to dive into 3 simple ways that you can invest in women to accelerate change. So we all know women who are amazing and innovators, leaders, incredible problem solvers. But sometimes the world around us doesn't really reflect that way. That's why investing in women isn't just about being nice. It's smart and strategic, and it leads to a better future for everyone. So the first thing that I'm going to give you as a success strategy is to be a champion for the women in your life. This can be your colleagues, your friends, your daughters, even women that you meet in online communities. Being a cheerleader, celebrating wins, and offering a listening ear when they face challenges. So how often do we uplift each other's voices in meetings, or brag about a friend's accomplishment on social media, or really amplifying the amazing things that other women do? I want to share a little story with you. My husband and I just got back from a 3-week trip, and we met a couple while we were in Arizona, and started talking, and the gentleman asked me what I do, and I told him that I'm a women's leadership coach, and and he said, well, are you a successful woman? And I said, well, yes, I am. I was kind of taken aback a little bit because it was a really direct question. Well, then he went on to share with me how his wife of 50 some years had purchased a company, grew it, and paid for all of their 3 children to go to college. And I just think that is such a beautiful example of him really being an advocate, really, creating influence and impact and talking about his wife in a way that was so powerful for them and their family. Interestingly, she shied back a little bit from it. When I questioned her more, she really did open up and was really proud of what she'd accomplished. But, it was a situation of, her really not taking the credit. And she really is an incredible woman. Now, you may have heard me say before that Fortune magazine conducted a survey across Fortune 500 companies, and only 7% of CEOs believe that there are effective leaders coming up in the ranks. Only 7%. Also, less than 10% of CEOs at Fortune 500 companies are women. So there is a huge gap, a huge need to invest in women and accelerate the leadership. So challenge number 2 is to take things a step further, to advocate and mentor. Now, this could be in a very formal way or in an informal way. You can introduce women to your network. You can offer mentoring somebody who's, coming up a little bit behind you. Doesn't have to be formal, but it can be. You can offer to, share this video with somebody who you know and empower somebody who who's a woman who is launching her business, who's stepping into scaling, so she can turn around and be a champion for other women, because we're really good at doing that. So want to share with you another way that you can invest in yourself next month. Well, first of all, at the end of this month, I've got a free leadership training class online. It's on Zoom. I will put the link in the chat and you can sign up. So I'd love to have you there. We will offer this, like I said, online, completely no charge, always high value. We share proven practices and success strategies to help women get to the top 1%. And then next month in April, we're having a 2.5-day workshop here in Northern Colorado, and I will put the link in for that as well. It is a great way to be surrounded by other women who are coming up, to learn and to get some very specific knowledge about what is it in your leadership journey? Where do you want to go? What's your top 1%? So you're invited to check both of those out, and of course, subscribe to the channel and tune in here every single week. So the third thing that I'm going to talk about is investing financially. Now, I am a big proponent of investing in nonprofits that support women, and I have done that for years locally, supported communities here with my photography work through donations, and also internationally I donate to several nonprofits that really support women in business. Now, if you are not a person that is about investing in that way or donations, there are other ways you can invest. You can use services that are run by women's own businesses. You can donate to organizations that empower women, or even if you have a bigger idea in mind, you can have an angel investment fund that supports female entrepreneurs or women rising in leadership. So those are 3 different ways that we can really elevate women in our unique sphere. Giving shout outs to women. Another thing that I've shared is a practice of putting one hand on our heart and one hand on our belly. You can't see it, but I've got my other hand on my belly, taking a really deep breath in and exhaling, and complimenting a woman, giving a woman praise for something that is not a physical attribute. Now, women are often really good about giving each other praise for hair or shoes or other cute things. And I'm not saying to stop doing that, but what I'm suggesting is to compliment a woman in a way about her character, about her values, about the way she shows up in the world. Or you can share something on social media that she has done or inspired or motivated you. So actually there are really 4 ways, but that third way is, that proven practice that I shared with you, really breathing into and sharing a non-physical compliment about somebody, about a woman, is really a way to tap into the collective power, showing appreciation and value for who she is and what she's doing. So there are 3 ways. Next time we're going to talk about investing in women and what the data looks like and how you can change that. So I'd like you to think about what is one thing that you will do this week. It can be yourself if you're a woman watching this. How are you going to invest either your time, your money, a word of encouragement? Share in the comments how you would like to invest and accelerate women's growth through leadership. I'm Julie Elstrup. Make sure you subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and leave a comment. Thanks so much for joining us today. Make it a great one.